Hello everyone, this is Mars41 here, and welcome to the very first episode of Super Mardiman Maker Levels. And for this show, I'm basically going to be showing off my levels. Now, here's how I make these levels, by the way, in case you don't follow me on Twitch very much. I decide to create one level each month, most likely creating said level at the last Sunday of the month. And today is the very first level, which we're going to show today. And once again, if you want to play my levels, the link to this level is actually on your screen or in the description below. And the first level I decided to recreate is Banjo-Tooie's Grunty's Castle. So, here's the story behind this. So, ever since Banjo-Kazooie's appeared in Smash, it got me more back on the hype of seeing more Banjo-Kazooie. So I ended up playing more Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Ukulele, etc. All the Banjo games. So, and then when Mario Maker 2 came out, I was thinking in my mind, maybe I should try recreating a Banjo-Kazooie world. Which is what I end up doing. Or rather, this is a Banjo-Tooie world. So this is Banjo-Tooie's Grunty's Castle, and for the sake of this video, because this is actually something that is actually a remake, I will put the original on the bottom left, bottom right, whatever I decide to put in the video. I'll even play the music. From that game for dramatic effect and everything. And as always, if you want to play this level, the course ID is right on your screen right now. It's WQ9-92J-MDF. So, with that being said, let's show off what this level is. And once again, if you want to avoid spoilers of this level, go ahead and try the course right now. You're still here? Okay, let's play. Alright, so starting things off, we actually enter the Quagmire portion of Izo Hags. And this is actually the Quagmire portion, and N64 music's playing. Right here is the solo that Jam Jars sets up for transportation. And I'm probably going to die a lot because I want to show off the level and its design, because I'm always a sucker of detail. But, to your right, it is Grunty Industries. This is actually one of the worlds in Banjo-Tooie. Anyway, so we need to grab the springboard, which represented as, like, the claw climber boots. And then we gotta put them here, and we have to use it to get yourself up here. And, well, also the springboard is also saying as a shockwave jump when you actually come up here later and activate it. But, instead, I make it like this, because I needed one way to get yourself up here. And of course, regardless, you're climbing up a pipe. And then we enter Grunty's Cauldron Keep through this door. And of course, you even enter Familiar the same way, such as exiting the entrance, and you also climb up here. And then you go up here. As you can see, right up there is the humongous castle. And obviously, you can't see the entire thing. Anyways, there's a checkpoint right here, and the reason why I put a checkpoint here is because I'm trying to reference the warp pad in the original game, because there's a warp pad right on the bottom here. There's another one, which we'll get more detail anyways. So we need to unblock this entranceway, which is blocked by not only some blocks, but it's also blocked by some different color blocks. So we're going to have to activate both, so let's just try activating this P-switch. As you can see, we can't get a lot done, though. Interesting. Not every single block has done that, so... yeah, and we still have to unblock this bottom part, so let's go this way. This will lead over to the back side of the castle, and oh my god, it's a Minjo! It's a Minjo from the original game, so we have to take him out. And we need to hit this switch up there. From the original game, only Banjo and Kazooie together can hit that switch. And that actually disables the laser gate, which is what we did here. So, now, what we're going to be doing next, we're going to go ahead and try ourselves again to get up in here. And there we go. So then we enter in here, we hear some ominous music. Oh no, it's Klungo! It is Klungo. Just like in the original game, he falls from the ceiling, and then will threaten to attack you. He is also used for Red Potion that made him grow humongous, and he will try to stomp on you. While you're at it, he'll also throw hammers at you, which is actually a reference to throwing potions at you in the original game. Wow, unprofessional, Marty. Unprofessional. Anyways, so we need to take out Klungo, but, it's no easy feat. He is gigantic after all, and he is throwing potions. Oh my god! Never seen this potion before! Kick him in the nuts! Like that! Honestly, I've never seen that before, but apparently he can do that. Anyways, now that we got the key, let's go and enter in here. Oh my god, we have entered the Tower of Tragedy quiz. We have a multiple choice question, and here is our question right here. So, before I get to it though, here's the issue. I can't apparently include 4 or more numbers in a comment for some reason. I'm able to fit the entire question and all the answers in here, but for some reason I cannot fit 4 numbers. So instead, I decided to draw the question, which looks probably ugly as crap, and I apologize. But anyways, here's the question. Which of the following in Banjo-Tooie is true? Is it A, there's 26 honeycomb pieces in the game, B, there's 100 jiggies in the game, or C, there's 900 notes in the game? Okay, so let's see here. Alright, so it cannot be honeycomb pieces because, let's see, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. I combined what requirements the honeybee gave me. It all equals up to 25. So, let's see. And then, jiggies will go down there next. So, jiggies, there's 90 jiggies in Banjo-Tooie. I'm basically using the estimates that was in Banjo-Kazooie because 2 of those statements are completely wrong in Banjo-Tooie. So, there's not 100 jiggies, there's only 90. The correct answer is C, 90 notes. 900 notes, that's the correct answer. So we drop down, and we got that right. As you can clearly see here, I decided to emulate the same way you die in the Tower Tragedy quiz. So that's why I have this swamp over here. When you fall down to the wrong answers, you will get crushed, just like in the original game. Now that we got that right, let's go and move on in. Oh my god, we're in a hurry, dude. We gotta save bottles. We gotta save the King Jingling. So that's why we're here. In the supercomputer, where currently right now, it is currently sucking up all the life in Izo Hags. So we gotta stop him. So let's go ahead and hit the switch and set it from suck to blow. And just like that, we have saved bottles and King Jingling. So now we can go this way. And right over here is Ding Pot. And also, this stump right there with the crown thing. That was actually in coincidence, but thank goodness. So we got ourselves powered up thanks to Ding Pot. Right up there's the B.O.B., the big old blaster, just like in the original game. Even has this little bit of a top part that's representing the cannon part. It's only the half of it though. I feel like I could have fit in the whole thing, but I decided to save the effect when you go outside, which is what you do by going this way. So now here's the rest of the cannon right there, and you can see there's like a cursor right there that is going to be showing that that's aiming for a direct target. So now we gotta climb all the way back up, all the way up to the top of the tower. This is the moment of interpretation where you're ready to kick Grunty's butt once and for all. Careful, do not fall here. You will fall all the way back down to the bottom, I will say, and you have to do majority of that part again. Not only that, you also hit a checkpoint, and that will literally screw everything up. So now we go and enter in here, and this is where we would thought Grunty would be. It's completely empty. It's sad. We can see the entire view from here. I guess that's also a plus, right? And now, suddenly, there is Grunty. Come on, Kazooie. Let's work together and defeat Grunty. yeah, we have a red Yoshi here, which is actually signifying to be Kazooie. And the dome I actually had to make the dome bigger because there's no way we would fight this interpretation of Grunty. Dang it! Come on, Kazooie, we gotta do this together. Just gotta keep firing at him. And we have defeated Grunty on the Hag 1. So let's go together, Kazooie. So upon leaving that area, here it is, right here. Yeah, this is quite interesting. As you can see hitting the switch, this is Banjo Tooie, as you can clearly see here. That looks pretty gorgeous, doesn't it? Add the attention to detail. And at the very end, we actually enter Banjo's house, as you can clearly see the blue pipes and the chimney on the left. That's Banjo's house. And yeah, that is Banjo-Tooie's Grunty's Castle. I also wrote hashtag BK4 $, because I was trying to show people that I'm hyped for him making Smash. So, that being said, let's go ahead and enter the editor and show off some things about this level. Alright, so let's go ahead and start ourselves from the beginning. I'm gonna have to go all the way to the beginning. I'll edit this out. Alright, so initially I was gonna put it as a initially I was gonna put it as a desert theme as well, because that's what ISO Hags would begin to look like. At least this version of ISO Hags would look like. However, the reason why I changed it is because I want to view the tower, Grunty's tower, with a sky view, but I do want to have like a Bowser's type level too. So I instead made this over here like that. So the beginning is not 100% like perfect, but in terms of what it is, that's definitely ISO Hag, so take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, so I also had to replicate enemies. Originally this is going to be Goombas, but it turns out that the Boom Boom is actually a much better replacement for the typical green enemies in the game. They have like these wobbly little arms and everything. They look like one of those type of guys, so I think it's a perfect fit to add these two in there. And of course we have these flying guys. They were going to be red, but then I forgot they have a different functionality. And of course we have the solo here that you enter with jam jars a lot throughout the times, but it's not working, obviously. Anyway, so over here is Grunty Industries, of course. This is most likely just attention for detail. I wrote GI, because obviously I can't fit in the entire Grunty Industries. And of course there's these two. These two is just for looks. And I just knew for a fact that if someone does get a key, they would potentially go back to this area and see what's in there. So that's why, let's go ahead and enter in here next. So that's why I enter in here. As you can see, there's this little bit of a flooring right there, because I knew that if you jump out of there, you will not go back down. So that seems to help out a lot in the long run. So, anyway, so obviously now the front side of the castle is actually is more interesting for say the least, but you also go to the back side as well, which is what I decided to do here. So I decided to program a backside, and obviously I don't want to destroy the illusion, so instead I put a door here that pretty much rotates the entire thing, and as you can clearly see is the backside right here. Now also, really quickly, wrong button. It's the minus button. If I kill this Jinjo, or Minjo, as you can clearly see there's electrical circuits, because this is a Minjo, I decided to make him a Minjo because that's where he was in the original game. And, yeah, but also, you need his shell in order to activate this, because otherwise you're not going to be able to do it. I think you can also, there's alternatives, like, grab this P-switch, take it over there and throw it. I guess that's another way you can do it. I initially used the shell, but either way, it doesn't matter. So, obviously, I didn't want to make this easily accessible. So, I decided to add coins on some of the blocks, so you would have to try to enter a certain way. There's two ways. Go through there, or you can go jump in here. But either way, that's how you get in here. So, let's talk about Klungo really quickly, and how I was able to create the illusion. So, just like in the original game, he was gonna fall down, and then show his face, just like in the original game. And, I also wanna... And, also, this is unintentional, but I happened to execute him... Oh, how do I say it? Interpretate, Bowser Jr. as Klungo perfectly. Because, Klungo drinks the red potion, which makes him humongous, of course. And because of that, he would try to jump and stomp on you, which is what he would intentionally do. Now, another thing, when Bowser Jr. has wings, he will throw hammers at you. He won't do that if he's not dressed up in wings. So, and doing that actually simulates the boss fight pretty well, because just like in the original game, he'll throw stuff at you. So yeah, I pretty much fit this perfectly. Alright, and now we go up here. This is the Tower Tragedy quiz. Once again, I wasn't able to actually put the question into words, so instead I had to write it on a piece of... I had to use my hand and everything. But, I can fit the entire question, but the limitation on freaking Super Mario Maker 2 is that I can only carry up to 4 numbers in one comment. Why 4 numbers, Nintendo? I could fit the entire question, yes, but I can't, for some reason, make 4 numbers on one question or one comment. Why? Explain me that. Patch that update, dude. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and play here. So, let's go ahead and drop down and see what happens if I guessed wrong. I get crushed. Just like what would happen in Tower Tragedy Quiz. Now, I knew I want to make the gaps big, but I also want to make sure you're able to get yourself to question C. So that's why I added these. So that way you'll be able to get across quickly and move yourself over here. Now for the next part. This room is... I'm always a sucker for detail. So I want to simulate the cutscene, such as Banjo walking down the stairs, only to run to the BOB controls, and then you have to turn on the switch in order to save bottles and the King Jinjo. So, when you go down there, no matter what, you cannot go right until you activate this. So, I would say doing that actually does cause the effect of fixing what you've undone. So, basically, you have Save a World. When you go to the right, you'll actually see the entire machine. Well, not the entire machine. I feel like what I could have done a little bit more, which, give me 1 second. I feel like what I could have done was also added a little bit more, because, well, I guess even then you can't really see this very well. Or maybe you can. Actually, you can, because I completely forgot about this. But you know what? Whatever. I just want to publish the video. Anyway, so, now, initially the second warp pad was supposed to be outside, but I can't have 2 checkpoints in one sub-area, so I had to put this one here. In fact, it's pretty much good, so if you die, you actually go back and be able to recover on Dingpot's item refill, because that's why it's here. But initially... But anyways, I want to show the intents of you going all the way up to the sky, and also want to make sure that this cannon here is completely visible to the point where it is actually aiming at something. So that's why I made some dotted lines there to show that it's trying to point at something, which of course is aiming for fire, of course. Now I want to bring up the temps of you going all the way up and getting ready to fight Grunty, of course. But of course, also, because of that checkpoint right here earlier, here's one flaw. If you fall, you are actually forced to do this entire thing again because red is disabled. And, yeah, you're gonna have to do that again. But I would recommend that you try to avoid this checkpoint. For better yet, yeah, I recommend that you try to avoid this checkpoint. Otherwise, you'll end up doing the entire thing all over again. That's probably my only flaw in this level. And you need to drop down here or go this way. But, yeah. Anyway, so I want to make the climb more intense. So, I can't... I can't just like, climb just one steep up. I had to go higher. So, like say, I go up here, I jump up, enter this door. Now, I also made it the exact same height, by the way, to complete the illusion, by the way, so it makes it more interesting. Then it goes up here, and goes up here. Now, really quickly, I'm gonna bring up these blocks right here. You may be wondering why they are there. Well, I had to create three separate layers for this tower sequence. And I just knew that if a player jumps on top of these, they will get stuck. So I decide, let's go ahead and block all of this with regular blocks so they don't end up, like, getting stuck there. You're sure you'll get stuck here, but you'll be able to get out of there carefully. So, yeah, I want to create the illusion that you're climbing up. And of course, you enter in here, and, you would actually spawn right here. I decided to spawn here because there's more detail over here. Makes it more interesting. And, yeah. Originally, this was gonna be, the pipe is gonna be right here. And that'll lead you up to the dome and immediately fight Grunty. But I'm always a sucker for detail, so I want you guys to look at the brightening, breathtaking view, like right up here, because to simulate the original game, like after you beat Grunty, you'll be able to come up here at any point, and well, you're free to do whatever you want. Especially before you fight Grunty, Kazooie comments how much of an amazing view this is. And, yeah, but anyways, but also, instantly, I knew that this is too small for the fight to take place. So I decided to create this pipe here to actually resize the entire room so that way the fight can totally take place. And, I think it looks pretty good. And, I put Bowser in, the Hag 1, of course, which is simulated by the clown car. He also has wings. I don't know if that causes a different effect, but feel free to let me know that. But I want to simulate, basically, the boss inside of a gigantic machine. And originally, this was going to be gigantic Bowser, but then I realized he is too big if I do that, and it's going to be hard to battle him. So, you know what, let's make him regular size, that's enough. And, when you go in here, of course, you'll be dealing with a Fire Flower, and of course a Koopa. These are ways to even take them out. But also, there's like a giant red egg. I use that, and opening that will give you a red Yoshi. And, well, that actually fits perfectly, because it will actually help the illusion that you're playing with Kazooie. Because, well, you're playing with a red partner, or red animal partner. So, obviously, this fits Kazooie very well. So that's why I use that. And, well, you get the point. And, last but not least, let's go to the, ending door over here. So, obviously, right here, I had to make the ending so much stylish and everything. So, I used the blue and red tiles as, to simulate the Banjo-Tooie logo from the original game. And, to make it more emphatic, to make it more authentic, we'll talk about these sound effects in a moment. I can just repeatedly tap this, and as you can see, it says Banjo Tooie. There's some letters I had to resize to make it fit perfectly and everything, but overall, it looks pretty good for to say the least. And as you can see on the far right, this is Banjo's house. There's like a blue, it has a blue exterior and everything, and it even goes with a complete yellow chimney, just like in the original game. And of course, that's like the illusion here, is that you'll be able to re-enter Banjo's house. Last thing before we even call stuff off is the sound effects really quickly. So, first and foremost, let's talk about the ending really quickly. So, initially I really wanted to call Banjo Kazooie or anything. So, like, obviously I'm going to need a sound effect for a guitar, or banjo rather. So I used the guitar as the starting point of the sound effect, which is representing a banjo. And I wanted a kazooie, and a kazooie is like one of those flutes type of thing, orionet and everything. So I used the popper to simulate the kazooie. Now, obviously, it's not exactly both things, but it is what it is. And sure, there's more sound effects in there, but I don't want to get too much detail. But I guess the one detail I will bring up is the N64 logo. Obviously, I wanted to bring callback to the Nintendo 64 days, of course, and the best way to do that is using the Nintendo 64 logo. Sure, it's playing the wrong music, but, you know, the N64 is the golden age. And that's pretty much what makes this day special. But anyways, guys, as always, that is literally it for the first episode of my courses. Again, this is my course, my maker profile. It is going crazy and everything. And overall, once again, if you want to try out this level for yourself and give it a like and everything, the code is on your screen right now. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give this a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch because that's when I do a lot of majority of Mario Maker. And I will be making more courses, most likely just once a month though, and I will stream the behind the scenes on my Twitch channel, which gives you another reason to follow me on Twitch, because it really means a lot. We're trying to go for affiliate, and we need you. Alright guys, Mardiman signing out. Have yourself a fantastic night, and I'll see you legends in the next one. Peace out, guys.